Oh.
Are you okay?
What?
What happened last night?
I don't know.
Yeah, so nothing happened that night, but I've always wanted to start a video that way. Ever since I saw The Hangover Part 2. You remember that scene when Stu wakes up in the hotel room in Bangkok and they find the Mike Tyson tattoo on his face? Oh my God! That's so good.
This is a real tattoo!
And who knew that when you typed in Mike Tyson face tattoo on Amazon, that you'd actually find a 2-pack of temporary face tattoos with raving reviews from people like Sophia. And hey, if I can look like her, man, are you kidding me? No brainer. That tattoo got here, I walked in the bathroom and put that sucker right on my face. And you know, maybe after watching this video, you decide, you know, Preston, I need to do that. That's a smart move. My only advice would be, whatever you do, don't tell anyone.
Oh my gosh.
Hey! Look how cool I look! That's so cool! Yeah. Look how freaking hard I look, dude. Oh. And then we get in the car to go drive to this rooftop, but I think the tattoo just made me a crazy person.
Go, 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 go!
No, no, no. We're gonna get on the helipad. We got some.
If you want the thing you love, you must have a piece of baby.
I was in a special mood that night because it's not often I have a tattoo on my face. People looked at me and thought that that guy has a face tattoo. That guy doesn't mess around. But then I started smiling because I was so excited that I had a Mike Tyson tattoo on my face. And I kind of look like this. And I think when they saw how happy and goofy, excited I was, then they may have connected the dots, like, okay, this guy's not the real deal. I feel like if you actually have that tattoo on your face, you're probably not goofy excited all the time. And as you can see on that rooftop, that is exactly how I felt. It's interesting for me now to watch this footage because it was right around this time when my girlfriend Katie looked at me and said something along the lines of the fact that the internet only gets to see this like little sliver of Preston. This like goofy, crazy, loud, hands in the air, armpit stance? Oh yeah. My favorite shirts have pit stance. Moving on. Yeah, so basically she said that the internet only gets to see this like little sliver, and then she said something along the lines of, and I get to see all of it. But it's funny, man, once she told me that, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It didn't really sit well with me. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that there was kind of like a line where I was kind of willing to share, like up to here. And then everything else, or maybe everything else, like depth, yes. Everything under that was kind of off limits, and I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So now I'm making full circle. Last week's video was a moment where I really tried to be me. You guys saw the beginning, the origin story of me kind of doing this whole video thing. And at the end of the video, I said that I wanted to give away camera. Where's the camera? Camera! That I was going to give away the camera. I've been reading through all these messages about people telling me about these people close to them that could really use a camera like this. All of a sudden, about halfway through the week, I kind of realized, oh man, this is gonna be like, this is gonna be harder than I thought because the camera means something to me. I took it traveling after college, and to just give it to anyone felt wrong. And there's so many incredible people that have reached out. It made me just want to be able to give something out. It made me want to be able to give something to everybody, but I realized I don't have enough to do that. Eventually, I read this message from this girl named Roxy. And Roxy told me about her sister, Fernay. Fernay works for Teach for America in Mississippi, working with these underprivileged kids, really long hours, with a pay that probably doesn't reflect all the incredible work that she's doing with these kids. I called her sister Roxy and we talked for a while. And I don't know, it felt really good in the moment. It felt really right. Like the way she's describing her sister, you know, it started getting me excited. I'm like, yes, oh. After talking to so many people on the phone and going through all these different stories, I decided that I wanted to give the camera to Fernay. Ooh, I'm nervous. Goodness. Hello, Fernay. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
You're doing good? I am FaceTiming you today because your sister Roxy reached out to me after seeing my video about the camera giveaway. And she told me all about you, and I want to give you my camera.
Are you serious? Seriously? Wait, what? Okay.
This camera has been sitting on my shelf, and the hope is that you would do something good with it. And
This is awesome.
what are you thinking right now? What?
I'm freaking out. I have wanted a camera for a really long time, and I don't know how much Roxy told you about kind of what our lives have been like since high school, but I don't know. Videography and filming and telling stories is really cool, and it's something like your generosity is astounding, and it reminds me of something my dad used to say about I don't know if Roxy, he passed away when I was in college, and one thing he used to say, he's like super generous person, so you being generous right now is like reminding me of my dad, but he would say, you give to get to give again. So oftentimes like the Lord blesses you with things and that are pretty cool, and then you use that as an opportunity to give more, and then you're like blessed more, and then you give more, and then you bless. So it's like this continual cycle of generosity, which I see in this. So I don't know, it's really, I'm like, yeah.
I didn't know about your dad. I keep thinking about the fact that you never really know what someone's going through. And I love what her dad used to say about how you give to get to give again. That cycle of giving, I think, is a pretty awesome thing. But man, this experience has really made me want to do that a lot more. And maybe it'll make you want to help someone out some way. It's also funny that this video started with face tattoos and is ending in this way, but in a way, I think it's very much Preston, if you will. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna link Fernay's social stuff in the description. Please go follow her. And as always, I'll see you Sunday.